I'm coming upon one of our gorgeous ironwoods. First light of the morning. Victor saguaro is over the hill. And that's the neighbor's peacock. Something you hear every day in the Sonoran Desert. Just kidding.
Hi, this is Judy. We don't have a lot of trees in the Sonoran Desert, but the ones we do are pretty spectacular, especially the desert ironwood, my favorite. You can only find desert ironwood in the Sonoran Desert because seedlings can't survive where temperatures regularly fall below freezing. Some ecologists say that the desert ironwood is the most important plant species here because it is a keystone species, also known as a sentinel or indicator species. Keystone species determine the viability of an ecosystem. In other words, whether or not the other plants and animals are healthy enough to survive. For instance, Albert Einstein said that if the honeybees go extinct, we have only 4 more years left on this planet. That's how important honeybees are. So the desert ironwood is that important to the Sonoran Desert. It's a popular nurse plant and a habitat modifying keystone, benefiting animals in all kinds of ways. In fact, 160 plant species and at least 80 bird species make use of it in some way. It's 15 degrees cooler under an ironwood tree, and the soil underneath and around it is rich in nitrogen and protein produced by the tree and the fallen seed pods. Coyotes, rodents, quail, dove, and other animals eat those seeds and then distribute them for germination in other places. The tree's expansive canopy protects frost-sensitive baby saguaros, other cactus, and night-blooming cereus. The trees are especially common alongside dry washes, where monsoon rains provide adequate water during droughts. The desert ironwood could live up to 1,500 years, and the largest known one, recorded not too far from here, has a trunk circumference of about 14 feet and a height of about 50 feet. That's almost the size of a 5-story building. The wood is so heavy that it cannot float, and it's biodegradable. The bark of the desert ironwood is gray and smooth, but there are very sharp spines at the base of each leaf. The leaves are dropped only during severe droughts, prolonged freezes, and every April, after which time they bloom into the beautiful purple-pink flowers that you see in most of these photos. They remind me of clusters of grapes. And this happens in May, usually right after the Palo Verdes bloom. I'm happy to say that I took all the photographs and all the trees in them and in this video are all just within about 1 square mile radius of where I live.
And look, these are holes that have been made by woodpeckers probably, because this wood is immune to termites.
Now look at this. We're actually looking down into a wash at a branch or a trunk of this tree, and that is the same tree. What you're looking at is the trunk of one huge desert ironwood tree. They grow more than one trunk, and then the branches form a broad canopy that often touch the ground, and you can see that here.
Well, so early in the morning I can't seem to get rid of my shadow. I wanted to show you one of my favorite landmarks. This log, I have filmed a diamondback rattlesnake here. If you want to look it up, it's an older video. It's called Advice from a Rattlesnake.
And here's the little beauty. Now, this ironwood log is another example of the wood's longevity. No telling how old it is. It's been in this place since I moved out here in 1999. Now, as you can see, it was probably washed up in a major flood some time ago and got caught in that creosote bush, which essentially stopped it. Remember, ironwood is toxic to termites and other organisms that feed on dead inorganic matter, so it really doesn't decompose all that well. In fact, ironwood is so magical that dead trunks have been known to resprout. Like the perch tree where I filmed the raptors, that log continues to serve wildlife. Like most native plants in Arizona, the desert ironwood is highly protected. You cannot harvest it, take clippings, damage it, or even remove the wood if it's lying on the ground. If landowners need to do so, they have to get a permit from the state. So it seems that desert ironwoods are critical for sustaining the ecology, lushness, and diversity of the Sonoran Desert. This magical keystone of my home lives well beyond other plant life and wildlife here, and my wish is that it continues to do so in all its incredible strength and beauty. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like. Happy trails.